Dragon Ball fans, get ready for a new adventure.
We're diving into the world of Dragon Ball Daima, Akira Toriyama's final project.
From unexpected twists to powerful villains, we're breaking down the first 2 episodes and exploring what's to come.
Is this new series a hit or a miss?
Plus, we discuss our favorite top animes. Tune in now to find out. All right, I'm done.
You should make that the intro.
Gentlemen, Dragon Ball Daima just dropped earlier this week. 2 episodes are out at the time of this recording. This is Saturday. We're releasing on Monday, so 2 episodes currently available. We watched that trailer, a couple of months ago whenever it came out, and none of us were really interested. We're kind of crapping on it.
A little bit.
Kind of comparing it immediately to Dragon Ball GT.
Yep.
And yeah, after watching it, what do you guys think? Minarum, I know you are a huge Dragon Ball guy. I mean, I'm a huge Dragon Ball guy. Okay, I mean, same with you. I know we're the 3 of us. And gUNzz.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, gUNzz couldn't make it today, but Dragon Ball Daima. What do you think? Well, after the first 2 episodes, Minarum, what was your first impression?
Well, first episode, honestly, you can skip it. It's just a recap of the Buu saga. They introduced the new characters and everything. I will say this. First 2 episodes, it's still too early to judge. The animation is flawless.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, where was this for Super?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was going to say too.
Oh my God. The animation is beautiful. Like, I'm ecstatic. The animation is so beautiful. It's so clean. It's crisp. Yes, you do get Dragon Ball GT vibes. I also get Dragon Ball Online vibes because online is the only time you actually explore the demon world or realm.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they're going to be digging into that even more, dude, I'm loving it. So far, it's a great show. For 2 episodes, I'm happy about it. I like it. It's 1,000 times better than Super. So
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
So far for 2 episodes, I gotta agree, dude. It's pleasantly surprising. I'm enjoying it. The story, like you said, the first half of the first episode is all just recap Buu saga, what happens, how they beat him and all that. Second half, they start, really getting into the story. They're not taking too long trying to build this story. It feels like they're trying to jump right into the meat of it.
Yeah. Okay, let me start with Akira Toriyama. I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
And I'm sorry because we just lost him earlier this year. It was a little over 6 months ago, and I really don't want to crap on it for that reason. But we got to be honest, right? I agree with you, Minarum. I immediately still get the Dragon Ball GT vibes. I also get vibes from the original Dragon Ball series, and it's not bad so far. Like you said, the first episode is mostly a recap. You kind of get to meet Gomah, the new villain, and get the new setup. And the way the characters are designed, they look very Dragon Ball. They look not Z, but very Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And animation's beautiful. They look great. I do have complaints.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Complaint number 1. If everyone became a first grader, they're approximately 6 years old. Piccolo should not be that small. Piccolo should be almost adult-sized if you're looking at the original Dragon Ball, because when he fought Goku in that tournament, he was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It had crossed my mind while watching it, but suspension of disbelief. Bro, it's an anime.
It's Dragon Ball, dude.
Yeah.
And then Krillin, okay. He's bald again? No, he's a child. He doesn't shave his head until he's a monk.
Well, he was a monk when he was a child, when he was training with Roshi.
Right. But I think, I could be wrong, 8, 9, 10 years old?
Yeah, but I mean, he had been a monk for like his entire life up to that point.
Maybe I'd have to look into that. Other than that, it's very slow to get to what they're trying to do. They're like you said, they're not in a hurry to fast forward and get the ball rolling. Their story building, it's very old school that way, I guess, which I can appreciate, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, damn, it's been 2 episodes and nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Really? I actually thought they were kind of moving already into the demon realm, so they're kind of jumping into it, in my opinion. Like, it's not super fast, but they're trying to get into the story already.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. But for those are really the only complaints I have for now.
For now, yeah.
But yeah, 2 episodes is way too early to tell if I like it or not. But it also didn't hook me immediately, so I'm not like super excited for episode 3. So whenever it drops on Thursdays or whatever it is, I'm not going to be like, yes, time to go watch it. It'll probably sit there until whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
It's not really a big rush for me. I do like how that as his final project, this is something that he wrote himself. This is something that he helped design a lot of the characters, a lot of the vehicles. He was directly involved with this one, unlike GT and I mean, I know he was
Super.
more involved with Super a little bit more, but
barely. But yeah,
Barely.
go ahead.
but in this one, like he was all in on this one for the most part.
Do we know that for a fact though?
When I looked it up, yeah, that's what for the writing, character designs, and vehicles. So at least for this first chapter,
Okay, because yeah, dude, Super, we were told he was all in 100%, but then shortly after we found out the truth that yeah, it's his story, and yeah, he did a few character designs and stuff like that, but it was literally Toei Animation and Toyotaro that did everything. And he was like almost not even involved except for, I like that idea. And that was it.
Cool. So here we are in the editing table, and somehow we lost Kay's voice. He's still on the call. He went through the whole episode, but we can't hear him for some reason. So I'm gonna try and fill in the gaps to try and remember what he said exactly, and we'll try and continue on from there. Sorry, unfortunately, but stay with us. Technical difficulties.
I like it a lot.
What I do like though, is the fact that they retconned yet again the fusion.
Yes, Queen.
And it's the fan ones that we've been basing it upon for 20 plus years. The real one that Boo dissolved the fusion. We already knew this. Super, even though y'all can, it's canon. Well, technically he didn't work on it. It wasn't his baby. That ain't canon. And it wasn't no hour limit. I don't give a
Crap, mega crap.
Yeah, because in Super, remind me or correct me, they just said, oh yeah, they just dissolved.
Yeah, they're not Kais. Yeah, which that doesn't make sense either, because technically when Black or Zamasu wished to be Goku, he forfeited his Kai-ness.
True. Okay.
Even though Super Saiyan rose. Oh, dude, that show is so bad. Oh my God. It was so bad.
I mean, there's some good in there. There's some crap in there for sure.
No, I've got a confession to make.
I haven't finished.
I don't blame you, dude. Now, I will say, like, the Tournament of Power, like, halfway through it and towards the end, it was good. It was legit. But, like, the first half of it, oh, God, it's Snail Fest. It was terrible. I mean, they even remade Broly movie in it.
Skip.
But I saw how it ended.
You did the right thing. You did the right thing.
Well, if we're being honest, perfectly honest here, I never finished GT.
Wow, you're missing out, because the end of GT is fantastic.
Dude, I hate GT.
No, dude, yeah,
bad.
the first like 10 or 15 episodes, it's painful. It's painful.
It's what, like 68 episodes, something like that?
64, I think.
The first 40 episodes are garbage.
You got Baby.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah, it's like the first 14 or something episodes when they finally come back to Earth and Baby's taking over. That's when it's like, okay, now it's real Dragon Ball. Let's get into it. And it's good after that. But dude, the first like 10, 15, oh my God, it's painful. It's painful.
The whole Baby saga, I believe I watched most of it. I got to Super 17, which I really liked Super 17. He was pretty cool. The Dragon Saga or whatever, Snorefest. Dude,
that was fun. The hell are you talking about?
I didn't get to the first dragon fight. It was,
dude, you're missing out.
Horrible, dude.
You're missing out.
And I powered through the Baby Saga. So I mean, that's just me. That's just me. Like the actual fight itself is cool, but oh God. It's bad.
Trust me, GT had its issues as well. I will agree. But like I said, after like episode 15, 16, wherever it is, it gets good. It's great after that. But I'm excited for Dragon Ball Evil. I think it's great so far, but we're only 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. I want more.
I'm gonna say that right now it's a complete parallel GT. It's it starts with a villain who looks like Pilaf, a little short villain guy.
Yep.
He's got his male and his female, partners. They find a different set of Dragon Balls, or at least, well, they didn't talk about they didn't get the second pair, but they mentioned that another pair exists. Just like GT did. And they made a wish for them to become little, well, just Goku compared to everyone. Yeah, now they're on the quest to fight him. So, I mean, right now it's GT all over for me, but I can stomach this one so far. So, Minar's mad. Look at him.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, it's fine. Because like I said, we don't know where it's going to go shortly. It could turn into a freaking vest. We don't know yet.
True.
But just based off of 2 episodes, I mean, like I said, the animation alone is beautiful. That's already like 10 steps up from what we've got in the past like 10 years. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I'm excited. I'm not like you guys. I'm not like I got to watch it. I mainly watched the first one I wanted to watch. Second episode, I watched it immediately because we're recording. I got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I put it on the back burner. I'll just watch it when it comes out and when I've got time. But am I excited about it? Yeah, actually I am. And if he really did pretty much 100% of this show, then I'm excited. That's good. That's awesome because like what we got for Super was not good. It wasn't good at all. And we know it wasn't him. That's why.
What do you guys think about Gohan not being featured in the first 2 episodes at all? Like, I've been reading comments and stuff online where like, oh, maybe he didn't get turned into a child, or
no, he got turned into a child.
He had to, right?
I'm pretty sure he did, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
All their friends, yeah. Didn't they mention he's like went back to studying?
Yes,
that was at the very intro or something.
Mm-hmm. I am kind of speculative here, like the same way that they did Piccolo, where he's not supposed to be that size. gUNzz was talking to me about this, where if they make Gohan back into a child, he should be looking the way he did when he fought Cell. But that is way too old.
Oh, way too old, yeah. Like Saiyan Saga.
Saiyan Saga or
with
Frieza
the sword.
Saga.
Yeah. Where he looked like Yamcha.
Well, there he had to be, probably about 5 years old.
He was 4 and 5 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. So, somewhere around there. That's the Gohan we should be getting. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to tell, I guess, because everyone still keeps some sort of portion of their power.
It's weird because Goten and Trunks turn into literal babies, which is weird.
Well, that was part of it.
Yeah, I agree. But turn them into children. They were already children. Now they're babies. But if anything, I don't know.
He's too tough. He's too strong. Now get rid of it.
I guess. But to write them out completely, they're getting the shaft. They got shafted in GT, well, mostly. Being nerfed, and then, Trunks was still featured, but he was useless. And in Super, they're still kids. It's all the Saiyans minus them 2.
It's like 5 years later, and they're smaller than they were in Buu Saga.
So they all messed up.
Oh, yeah. Super messed up the animations.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to bring up about it?
Freaking Master Roshi looks like Krillin without the dots. Dude, as soon as I saw him, like, dude, that's got to be Master Roshi, even though he looks identical to Krillin. And sure enough, I'm like, God damn.
And now, the weather with CK.
That's a lot of snow.
Thank you, CK.
Next on our list, top 5 animes. Let's go down the list. You mentioned our top 5s. Well, let's just talk about our top 2, because I mean we'll be here together. You know,
Yeah.
we'll be here a long time.
Yeah.
But we'll talk our top 2 and memorable mentions. Okay, I think you wanted to rush through your top 5 a little quicker just to knock them out, because apparently you amounted a huge, massive
He's
list
got a top
over
20 over there.
there.
First on my list, if you couldn't tell from the back, from my shirt, big Yu Yu Hakusho fan. If you're a fan of the show, you watched it before, I've talked about it. Top 1 for me. Great story, great characters. It's a little bit slow sometimes, especially with the repetitive tournament arcs. The last arc it's an arc, but you know what? It still holds up to me. Top favorite. Awesome story. Number 2, Bleach. Kind of heavily inspired by Yu Yu, it seems. Awesome character designs, awesome powers. If you're caught up with the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, it's awesome. Always recommended to me. And of course, all of these are subjective. These are my personal opinions. Number 3, Dragon Ball Z. A lot of nostalgia here. It's awesome story, awesome characters, a lot of action, a lot of filler, but kind of another little gripe that I have with it, a lot of the characters were just sidelined for the Saiyans. I would have loved if Piccolo kept up with the series, or if power scaling. Tien was another one I was really nerfed. Krillin was a badass at first. But specifically Z, I'm going to put that on my number 3 spot. Number 4, for me, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Again, awesome story, awesome characters, a lot of great fights. The animation still holds up to this day. I think it can run with some of the better ones now. I know it's a lot of people's favorites, and I'm gonna put it on my number 4 spot. Number 5, it's a little bit of a newer one. Some people may not have heard of it. It's called The Eminence in Shadow. This one was actually a surprise banger for me. Good story, character. It's an isekai, character wakes up in a different land. He's overpowered. It's surprisingly funny characters, funny plots. It brings a lot of good laughs, a lot of smiles, and when the action gets good, I think it gets really good. That's why it's going to be number 5 for me. Now, my honorable mentions. Number 1, Kaiju number 8. The anime. It's so good. It's really well done. But we only have 1 season right now. I think it's 12 episodes right now. And for what those 12 episodes did for me, it's awesome. But I know I've heard a lot of people complaining some of the newer anime when they hit the 2nd season, the animation isn't as well done. It looks like fan art. And so for me, I'm going to have to leave it in the honorable mentions for right now until I can see what season 2 does for it. Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is another one. Awesome action. Really good story. It's really cool characters, but their power scaling, their power, I guess, their set powers, the way that they explain things, it's a little confusing. The story is all over the place. Season 1 takes place in, modern times. And then you start season 2 and it's like a flashback. And you get like 5 episodes of flashback, kind of bringing you up to speed on certain things. Then the movie Jujutsu Kaisen 0 is like a prequel. And I kind of wish they would have done everything in order. And for me, that's what's going to put it down a little bit lower. But other than that, it's a really great anime. And last but not least, One Piece. I'm a huge One Piece fan as well. I love the story. A lot of the characters are really awesome. Some of the characters I wish they would catch up, especially in the Straw Hats crew. You got the main 3 fighters. I mean, some of them are arguably fighters, but they need to catch up. It's kind of becoming Dragon Ball Z where some of them are getting left behind. Also, the manga, amazing, great. Story-wise, it's fantastic. But the anime starts getting a little slow towards the Dressrosa arc. They started catching up with the manga, the chapters, and so they started running out of content. They had to cut down how much was happening in the episodes. And for me, as an anime strictly, it's going to put it a little bit lower. If it were strictly on story and everything, I think this would be probably top 3 for me. But there you go, guys. That's my top anime list. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all agree, disagree, if you would replace something with something else, let us know.
In your memorable mentions, you had quite a few that I very much enjoy as well. Brotherhood, Full Metal, I like Jujutsu Kaisen. DBZ will probably be my top, number 1. Is it still the best today? No. There's definitely inconsistencies. There's stuff wrong with it, but it is the series that brought me to first watch animes, to give animes a shot. Early 90s, when animes weren't cool. It's just what brought me on board. It was, I don't know what the hell it was. It was just watching Goku throwing a fireball out of his hand. It was like, holy moly, I need to watch this. I want to say it was Brother Jay who first watched it, and then he showed it to me, and I was like, oh, anime, those Japanese cartoons, get out of here. And then he kept watching it, and then he showed me a clip. I'm like, I need to start from the beginning. So, so I went back and I started watching the original Dragon Ball, and I was hooked. And got my little collection over here, and I started drawing in that style a little bit, trying to imitate a little bit. And if you look at, I'm not wearing a shirt right now, but our SFL characters kind of modeled over the Dragon Ball style. And
except for me,
yeah, yours is GT based. Yours is GT based.
Oh, okay. Don't be mad.
But yeah, man, Dragon Ball Z, top spot for me. And secondly, I'm going to have to go with, Minarum's going to love this one, Death Note. It is such a cool story, such a different, unique story, that something that I've never seen. And I just found it incredibly, like, just, I was hooked in every episode.
The Netflix one, right?
That version was garbage.
I liked
it.
I liked it.
I hated it.
It's hard to watch.
Every episode where Light is just trying to find a way to one up L, and L's just being an a-hole back to him. It's just that constant back and forth mind battle. Like, dude, it was so good. So interesting. I was just hooked every episode, dude. The second season wasn't quite as good, but the first season is amazing. I love it, dude. Highly recommend it. Memorable mentions. Let's see.
Yeah, look it up. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I while you were talking, not Cuckle, I added like 3 more freaking animes to mine.
Not Cuckle. Oh, okay.
Man.
Memorable mentions. My Hero Academia. It's so good, dude. I love it, dude. That first episode hooked me. All throughout, I know Minarum hates that first season with the whole crybaby
it's like the
stage.
first 2 seasons, but yeah, I agree.
And yeah, it gets annoying, but it just shows how his character growth from where he was that crybaby, that nobody, and the way where he's at now towards the end. It's like, what progression.
Dude, it's fun.
So cool.
It's good.
Sword Art Online, that first season. I love it, dude. So good. After they go to Fairy World, it's crap. GGO was okay. The one after that was
Gun Gale and some other ones, dude. They're good.
Let's see, Full Metal Brotherhood, the Demon Slayer. Every episode, dude, is just like, that is one definitely where it's like, new episode, I gotta watch it. Like,
I love it.
Yeah, dude. I'm also gonna throw in Solo Leveling, which is fairly recent. High School DxD, Ranma, rom-commy, but I've watched it so many times. And that's it for me.
So y'all know, I'm more of like the mainstream anime guy. Always kind of have been. I kind of do this a little backwards, though. I'm gonna do my honorable mentions first.
Okay.
Then I'll talk about my top 2. But yeah, dude, High School of the Dead.
Fan service.
Yes, it's fan service. Yes, there's a lot of hoochie, but it's a great anime though. It's a damn good anime. It's fun. It gets you hooked. And then next thing you know, like 6 hours goes by and it's like, oh my God, I watched the whole damn thing. Yeah. But anyways, Sword Art Online, first season was fire. Second kind of sucked. The rest, it was pretty damn good. And it gets better. The movies are great. If you haven't seen any of them, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah,
but I'm a big MMO guy. I love it. I love VR. I wish they would make like a VR Sword Art Online. So
I hope they make it for a Netflix adaptation.
that's fine. Dude, it'd probably be good. Yeah. Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan was one of my big ones, which, like I told you before, I love the action and everything's phenomenal, but it's too much talking. My Hero Academia, yeah, I had to go with that. First two, if you can get past the first 2 seasons, it's fire. It's beautiful. Last honorable mention, Naruto.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Which I got big into it for a while. I never did finish it. That's on me. But like Naruto and whatever the shipping BS, it was good. It was fire. It was awesome. Badass story. It was great. Okay, on number 2, Dragon Ball Z. It's more of a nostalgia thing. It's what like BB said, it introduced us to anime. I mean, back then we had Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. We had Sailor Moon, Ronin Warriors, a few other crappy freaking anime. And then we had Gundam, which honestly, Gundam is probably another honorable mention, but they made so many damn seasons and series that you have to pick and choose because half of it's garbage. And then the other half, it's fire. But Gundam is beautiful. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z introduced us to like everything. It was great. The video games back there were phenomenal, unlike today. Anyways, yeah, one of the best animes. It was great. The story, yes, it's so many inconsistencies, but it is what it is.
Dragon Ball Z is not on Netflix, but you got Dragon Ball Evolution.
I love Evolution, so don't hate on it. If you remember, BB loved it too. Actually, when we went to go see the movie, he's like, "Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good." And I'm like, "What the hell were you watching?" I rewatched it with an open mind. Actually, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It's not the worst freaking movie, live action movie.
God, you out of your damn mind?
Okay. Yeah. You think it's bad? Go watch House of the Dead or Blood Rain.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty bad. Those are pretty bad. Like those are like you might want to rethink your life. Bad. Yeah. Oh, I can name 10 more. But anyways, y'all want my number 1?
Number 1.
Y'all want my number 1? And if
Number
you've
1.
seen it, you know all about it. Ghost Stories. Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
You have to watch the English dub. It's the only time I will ever say an English dub is better than a Japanese dub. Only time ever. Ghost Stories is a must watch. If you have never seen it, you need to watch it. But you cannot be a sensitive person. If you are, it's going to hurt your feelings, and I'm going to laugh and applaud. It's awesome. Oh my God, it's so good. How has it not been canceled is the question I have to ask.
It's beautiful.
It's so good.
Oh my god,
it's so good. And I don't even know how to explain it. It is the most racist, sexist, everything. You put it all in one package. It's so good. It's so fun. It's hilarious. The comedy that you're laughing your ass off like every 2 or 3 minutes because of the stupid stuff they say.
Isn't the story behind it more or less, hey, here's an anime. You guys make up the words, make up the dialogue. And they just
So the Japanese version tanked like hardcore, and evidently the US version got the green light to go. And literally the people that were running it was like, we don't care what you do with this. Do whatever you want to do. Just keep the characters the same. Keep the overall story the same. You fill in the gap, do whatever you want, sell. And they just went to town. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
It's hands down the best thing you've ever seen. It's so messed up.
That is our top lists of anime. Hopefully you guys found something worth watching. Might want to go check it out.
A police station! Thank God! I never thought I'd be happy to see one of those things. Hey, put the donuts down! Drop the Krispy Kreme, Serpico! We need your help here!
My house look like my father and my brother after 9 months or something.
Yeah, diggity!
Gundam just had a Netflix release. I did see it while scrolling by. I did not get a chance to watch it just yet. Minarum, what'd you think of it?
I'm only like 2, maybe 3 episodes in. Like the graphics are phenomenal. Like they look almost realistic. It's beautiful looking, but like the animation itself, it's weird. It's weird. Like it looks like a bunch of robots like running around, shooting each other, all kinds of stuff. But it's decent enough to watch it, but it's just weird. But the story's kind of throwing me for a loop. But otherwise, I think it's pretty good. If I had to rate it off the 2 episodes, I'd probably give it like as of right now, like a 6 or 7 out of 10. But it's hard to explain, man. I mean, none of the story really makes sense. It's supposed to fit in with like the very beginning, like Gun Amuro Ray with Char and everything, and the Zaku 2s with regular Gundam. But the regular Gundam doesn't look like the real Gundam. He's got the specs and everything, but the colors don't match, and he looks more like a robot. It's weird. I don't know what to say. Y'all haven't watched it, unfortunately.
Would you say go ahead and watch it, or can
I'm only 2 episodes in, so I can't really say that, dude. I don't want you to waste your time. But as far as the first 2 episodes, like I said, it's hard to say. I can't really give it 100% like, yes, go watch it. It's a must watch. Save your time and don't watch it. But from what I've seen so far, I mean, like I said, the animation's beautiful. Or sorry, the graphics are beautiful on it. The animation's kind of weird. There's some scenes where she's trying to sneak around and walk around, and her butt just literally like dislocates from her body and goes like way far left. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like that, I could have done better with that. But otherwise, I mean, the story and everything, it seems okay. But the voice acting's terrible. You know how like Final Fantasy Spirits Within was kind of like they were real actors, but then they CGI'd them. This one looks kind of like that, but more CGI, and it looks robotic, like anime. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. They don't look right. They don't look right, if that makes sense. But the graphics look great though. Like when you look at the detail, like stills, it's like, damn, that looks lit. Like it looks beautiful. But then when they start like animating them and moving them, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right at all. I will finish it. I like it. The action's great though. The action's really good, dude. You see Zaku 2s, you see the Gundam. The Gundam's badass. I just can't figure out if it's actually a human pilot or if it's actually like a robot, because whoever's in that, I don't know if it's Amuro Ray. I don't think so, but he's tearing it up. But otherwise, I would say just from what I've watched and what I've seen for what's coming up next episode, I would definitely suggest watching it. But just be warned, it might not be your thing. If you watch the first episode, it's not for you, don't watch it. But good thing is, they're only like 20, 30-minute episodes. And it's only like, I want to say six episodes, and it's done.
Hot take.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Hot take, Mateo.
It was a memorable mention. It is something I've watched multiple times, probably 4 or 5 times all the way through, and it's not a short series. It's a kind of rom-com-y. It's a little grounded martial arts story about this dude who whenever he gets cursed, whenever he gets wet, he turns into a chick. Whenever he gets hot water, he turns back into a guy. And the series ended, I want to say like in the early 90s. So it's been a good 30 years or so. And they've decided to remake it. They're going through the episodes like from the start. The animation looks clean as hell. They're changing subtle things here and there, but right now on Netflix, Minarum's streaming platform of choice, we got 2 episodes right now available, and I'm kind of mixed on it. Just based on the first 2 episodes, I'm very mixed on it. Firstly, they are following the episodes for the original series, right? And they did a good enough job, but the show is PG-14, if I'm not mistaken, on Netflix. And they decide to blur out one of the main characters' nakedness. They blurred her out, like she's sitting down, and it's like they just blur it out. It's like, okay, I'm not saying this because it's like, oh, I want to see some anime. I'm saying it because it kind of takes away from the moment. Basically, Minarum, the dude sees her naked, and then she grows a hatred to him for this particular reason, but they blurred everything out. It just kind of takes away from the moment. I felt like, anyways.
Does the original have her naked?
Yeah.
Like, and you see everything?
I mean, no.
But this one, they just fogged it out? Okay.
Not even that. Like, she was sitting down in a Japanese bath or whatever, and it was a view from behind. So there was nothing obscuring. It was just Like someone took an eraser and just took away, just removed it. It looks weird, dude.
Okay.
Which I don't have a problem with that, but I just, in that particular scene, it was whenever he saw the full frontal, she was holding a towel. So he didn't even see her naked. So it's like, okay, you're mad at him, but you didn't see anything. For me, it took away from the scene.
I do like the way it looks. And also whenever they get into a fight, I really like that they turn into a different shade of purple. Like something serious is happening.
Yeah. Everything turns like a shade of purple and the shadows get like a deep purple. Like it does look really cool. It's like, oh, okay, something's happening. One thing I don't necessarily like is they got some Batman 1960s. Pow! Boom!
Hell yeah. Adam West is back, baby.
Yeah. Something big happens on screen, like, I don't know, maybe someone screams. Yeah, it's big Japanese lettering comes up on screen. It's like, yeah. It looks weird because if it's a manga, it's perfectly fine. It's supposed to be there, but when it's an animated form, like it just looks out of place. It just takes me out of the moment. One minor complaint as well: whenever there's close-ups of their faces, they have a weird bold white outline on them, which again, it looks like manga being animated, but it just looks weird. I don't know. It just takes me out of the moment. It's just like, what the hell? There's a big white line there. And even the background, the scenery, like there's just a big, thick white outline. Pay attention when episode 3 just.
That's what she says.
Otherwise, I'm enjoying it. I'm going to keep watching it. I kind of hope that they condense the story and cut out a lot of the fluff, and hopefully we can get an actual ending to this one, because the original series, they sure didn't finish it.
Boom! Hot take!
And with that, gentlemen, we've run out of time. We're going to have to close it down. Please visit us at www.thesfiles.com, where you can listen to all of our prior episodes. We talk trash, TV, movies, the Netflix series of adapted anime.
They're so good.
Some video games. We just have a good time here. You should definitely follow us on social media. Brother K.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, and did I already say Twitter? It's not Twitter.
You did.
It's X. If you're on the go,
find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, various others, and sweet, sweet Pandora.
Sweet Pandora. Love Pandora.
What's wrong with y'all?
Never said anything wrong about Pandora. If you have any comments, you know what? Let us know. Let us do your list, your top 5 animes. Drop them down in the comments. Let us know. And if you have want to email the show, we'll read your email on the show. Contact at thesfiles.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is BogusBird signing out.
It's Mom saying hey.
We do wish Brother Guns a quick recovery.
Yes.
He found some safe catch. Is that what I heard right there? He got to he run into some safe catch, and
it stretched his mouth out pretty hard.
Yeah, get weather better, brother.
It's painful.